Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. My name is Bernard Burton. I'm Executive Director of Craft Alliance Atlantic. I'm very pleased to be your Master of Ceremonies for today's celebration of craft. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Craft Alliance Atlantic, I would like to welcome all of you to Celebrating Excellence in Craft and the 25th Annual Atlantic Canada Craft Awards for Excellence. As we gather here to celebrate the work of our peers in the craft industry, please let us pause to remember that in this region, we all live and work on the ancestral and unceded territories of the Mi'kmaq, Passamaquoddy, Wolastoqey, Beothuk, the Inuit of Nunatsiavut and Nutukavut, and the Innu of Nitassinan. Craft Alliance supports and upholds the peace and friendship treaties of 1752 and 1761, which reaffirmed the land, hunting, and trading rights of this land's original people. And we encourage all our craft industry clients and partners to explore the fundamental impact of First Nations craftsmanship on the current craft traditions we enjoy here today. May we all live with respect on this land and live in peace and friendship with all its people. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our Pan-Atlantic craft industry partner organizations, our government partners, retailers, and craft producers who may be participating in our awards presentation today. "2022 marks the 5th year of our Craft East Buyers Expo, which again was delayed due to pandemic restrictions. We hope to have our in-person trade show back soon. In 2020, we launched the Craft East virtual marketplace, and we're very excited by the response of retailers and craft producers in this new wholesale ordering platform, and also for the new direction in wholesale market development for Atlantic Canada. And now the presentation of the annual Atlantic Canada Craft Awards for Excellence. The Awards for Excellence are the principal form of recognition for leadership and excellence for professional craft and giftware producers, and for those with strong supporters, who are strong supporters of the craft industry in Atlantic Canada. The Craft Industry Awards being presented today are a handmade pottery plaque by Tim Worthington of Birdsall Worthington Pottery of Mahone Bay, Nova Scotia. The individual award plaques are engraved with the names of the award recipients. When we present the awards, we will announce the honoree, and we will read from the nomination statement, and then we will offer the recipients an opportunity to say a few words. Our first award of the day is for Outstanding Retailer. This award recognizes an individual, organization, or company that retails quality craft made in the Atlantic region. The honoree demonstrates excellence in product display, merchandising, and service to the craft industry. This year's honoree is Slippers and Things from Happy Valley, Goose Bay, Labrador. Slippers and Things was established as a retail shop in Happy Valley, Goose Bay in 2006, and is a cornerstone of the craft community in the northern part of the province, offering finished work as well as craft supplies necessary for making traditional Labrador craft. Craft making has a long tradition in the Voisey family. Mary Voisey planted the seed with her son Mike and granddaughter Natasha. Mary, with a reputation for making the finest beaded slippers in Labrador, was constantly creating from her kitchen table, making coats, boots, and slippers and beadwork. The Happy Valley shop was established by Mike and Ruth Voisey. It started small as an attachment to Mike's parents' house, expanded in 2010 and again in 2016, and now houses a working studio space as well as a large retail area. Today, Mike and Ruth's daughter, Natasha, runs the business. Slippers and Things has a diverse clientele. Customers consist of local residents and people who travel to Happy Valley for business, work, or pleasure. They also get the occasional collector seeking a unique piece to add to their collection. While most of their sales happen in person, COVID-19 was a pivoting time for them. They strengthened their online presence and case to rely less on on-site sales. When the business began, Slippers and Things specialized in handmade slippers, which are typically pleated, beaded, and trimmed with fur. The slippers were mostly made by Mike using the skills that he had learned from his mother, Mary. Mike's focus was on high quality in materials and technique, and showcased the traditional designs of his Labrador culture. Gradually, other local products were added to shop shelves, with the Voiseys fastidiously selecting only the highest quality to match that of the slippers on which their reputation was built. Natasha says, "It's hard to pinpoint exactly how many craftspeople we represent, as I have always been open to receiving good quality product, and we always have new artists that feature their work at our shop." Product lines include carvings from master art carvers Dale Ford and John Teriak, jewelry from several makers, including Natasha, using labradorite and other semi-precious stones. Slippers and Things also have an excellent selection of locally made traditional hide, sealskin, and duffel slippers, mitts, and hats, as well as honey and beeswax products. The shop sells the work of soap makers, including one who is using bear fat as one of her ingredients. Bear fat has a history of being a natural remedy in the North. Natasha is always on the lookout for new products and now includes work from other Atlantic Canadian craft makers, including the Newfoundland Chocolate Company, charcuterie boards from Last 3, and a variety of spices and spreads from the Saucy Newfoundland Company. A small local population and a limited tourist market means that the Voisey family have had to use a considerable amount of energy and imagination to maintain a strong business. A reliable supply of high quality Labrador-made craft is essential to the success of Slippers and Things, and the Voiseys have worked to support their suppliers. As makers themselves, they understand the challenges that Labrador craftspeople can face. And as a retailer, not only as a retailer, but also as energetic supporters of the craft industry in Labrador, with a vested interest in the economic and artistic strength of Labrador craftspeople. Slippers and Things is a worthy recipient of the 2022 Outstanding Retailer Award. So please join me in congratulating Slippers and Things. And I think that Natasha Canning is on with us. So maybe we can get Natasha. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and see if Natasha would like to say a few words.
So it's her son. She's on the plane.
Okay.
She's coming back from my sister's hockey tournament and asked me to accept the award for her.
Great. So, what's your name?
Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Hi.
So thank you for being here. And we just want to congratulate Natasha and the whole Voisey family.
Thank you.
For all their work with Slippers and Things over the years. And we hope that you continue to have great success in the future.
Yes, I'm sure we will. It's been a long time with this business. I can remember ever since I was a little kid. It's grown a lot over the years too.
It sounds like that, and it sounds like there's quite a reputation for the business in the Happy Valley, Goose Bay, and general Labrador area.
Oh yes, like there's not many people that don't know about it.
So are you a craftsperson yourself?
I work at one of our other businesses, Pep's Diner, so I craft food.
Well, that's a wonderful thing to be doing.
Yes.
We all love food for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, and we'll be sending the award out to Slippers and Things in the next few weeks.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we're going to move on to our next award. Our next award of the afternoon is for Outstanding Exporter. The Outstanding Exporter Award recognizes an individual, organization, or company for exporting achievement in the craft and giftware sector outside of the Atlantic Canada region for a minimum of 2 years. This year's honoree is the Newfoundland Salt Company from Bonavista, Newfoundland. For centuries, Newfoundlanders have drawn their living from the ocean. Newfoundland cod has fed families worldwide. Today, 2 young contemporary entrepreneurs, Peter Burt and Robin Crane, have settled in Bonavista to create and market a specialty product that builds on history and capitalizes on market demands for purity, quality, and culinary excellence. Both had traveled and gained skills, Peter as a chef de cuisine, Robin in retail sales and customer service. 10 years ago, they returned to their home province, bringing with them a passion for this place, a determination to make a living there, and an idea to turn and mine the ocean for its salt and create a product that they could sell to the world. Today, Newfoundland Salt Company operates from its headquarters in Bonavista, creating a flaky sea salt that appeals to those who crave quality, purity, and outstanding flavor. The company started with a retail product, its signature finishing salt, packaged in 2 sizes. In the 4 years since, the product line has greatly expanded and includes the initial single product, as well as sets of 3 or 4 that are infused with botanicals like green alder and coffee, seaweed, smoked juniper. The flavors can be viewed like fine wines, the salt paired with individual dishes to enhance the flavor of the food. Peter researches and develops new salt infusions every year with an emphasis on representing the terroir of Newfoundland and Labrador. Overall, 60% of their annual sales are retail and 40% wholesale. Of their wholesale, 70% is exported outside of the province, with 28% of their total annual sales being exporting, a rate that has been reached with a steady climb since they began wholesaling in 2017. The strong and steady growth in sales demonstrates clearly that the Newfoundland Salt Company has a product that is in high demand. Their consistent increases in export sales has powered their sales achievement and given Newfoundland Salt Company the dependable base that it needs to increase capacity through the development of new products and expansion of their workforce. Tracking business growth, we see that Newfoundland Salt Company took the standard first step, seeking a new wholesale market. They are currently selling in shops across Newfoundland and Labrador and exporting across Canada. They have a diversified range of wholesale accounts, from small independent retailers to large online format retailers like Maison Simons of Canada, which they took part in the Fabrique 1840 collection, which features Canadian makers on the Maison Simons platform. Wholesale sales through retailers and steadily increasing online sales are standard and dependable parts of this business model. Energetic and innovative, Peter and Robin have found new export markets in collaborations with restaurants and makers of other fine food products. Peter is a well-known chef with Canadian and international connections. The Newfoundland Salt Company sends their fine salts to 18 restaurants in Newfoundland and Labrador and over 40 restaurants across Canada. They also collaborate with many fine food producers to supply their salts for other fine food productions. The Newfoundland Salt Company recognizes that export markets are essential to a growing business. They have a strong and successful history of exporting outside Atlantic Canada to market across the country. They have a proven product and a capacity for increased production. They are off to a running start, and now they're ready to fly. So please welcome and congratulate the winner of this year's Outstanding Export Award, the Newfoundland Salt Company. So I will start sharing my screen, and I'm wondering if Peter or Robin are with us. I think Robin might be. I think you're on mute, Robin.
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you.
Would you like to say a few words about being Outstanding Exporter of the Year?
It's very exciting. Thank you so much. Thanks to the Craft Council for nominating us. It's such a pleasure to get this award. We're really excited.
That's great. And I've had the pleasure in the last couple of years, pre-pandemic, of visiting your location in Bonavista. Do you want to maybe just tell us a bit about that? It's quite a beautiful location, and you were part of the, I believe, the Creative Bonavista.
Yeah, so in 2017, we moved here, and I wish I could show you a picture of what our building looked like prior. But when we came here, it was basically just a shed, and it was storing fishing supplies. And Bonavista Creative and Bonavista, which is Bonavista Living, Bonavista Creative, came in and did the building to spec. It went up 5 feet. It's actually like a dream to be here. You know, Peter retired from being a chef, and I retired from being an occupational health and safety officer. And we came here and we did this, and yeah, we're excited to be here in Bonavista. It's I don't know what else to say. Do you have anything to say? Peter should come over. He's really the chatty one. Can you see him?
Hi, Peter. Yes, we can see
Hello.
Peter. Great to see you, and congratulations
Thank you
on
very
being
much.
Exporter of the Year. And it looks like I visited your shop, I believe, in just after you opened in the fall of 2017.
Okay.
So obviously the business has grown and expanded since that time.
Yeah, it's been a pretty wild ride, and we're very happy with how everything's going, and the support we get across the Maritimes and across Canada has been amazing. So it's great.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, thank you for joining us today. And as I mentioned, we'll be sending the award plaques out in the next week or two to everyone.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank
It
you
looks
very much.
Thank you.
beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So our next award of the afternoon is the Industry Leader Supporter Award. This award recognizes, again, an individual, organization, or company that has shown superior leadership and has made exceptional contributions to the development of quality crafts in Atlantic Canada over the past 5 years. This year's recipient of the Industry Leader Supporter Award is the Craft Council of Newfoundland and Labrador. The Craft Council of Newfoundland and Labrador was formed in 1972. So 2022 will be their 50th year and 50th anniversary. and has been the beacon for excellence in craft in the province. Staff, volunteers, and industry supporters continue to be essential to the success of the organization and the craft community in Newfoundland and Labrador. The Craft Council works to maximize the artistic and economic potential of the professional craft community through the delivery of a suite of programs and services to its members, and by developing the audience for fine craft, collaborating with industry partners, and acting as an advocate for the industry. Formed initially as the Newfoundland and Labrador Craft Development Association, the Crafts Council continues to take its role in craft development as a crucial focus and includes work in the areas of marketing, exhibition, product development, training, and communications. The Craft Council's jury process, first established in the 1970s, sets standards for excellence in technique, design, and materials in the production of fine craft. The process includes formal written critiques to enable adjustments and ensure highest quality and greatest marketability. Today, juried members can participate in many marketing activities the Craft Council organizes, including their annual Christmas Craft Fair, the Craft and Gift Wholesale Show, sales opportunities in the gift shop, the online shop, and additional marketing activities as they arise throughout the year. Before anyone was paying attention to the word pivot, the Craft Council of Newfoundland and Labrador was considering changes for the organization. In 2017, major essential renovations necessitated that they sell the Devon House Craft Center, which the Craft Council had owned and operated for 26 years. For the next 4 years, the assorted parts of the Craft Council were temporarily lodged in 3 separate locations, but came together for a grand reopening at 155 Water Street in St. John's in August 2021. The new location has already proved itself to be the right choice. Record pre-Christmas shop sales, 3 distinct gallery spaces, expanded space for their teaching clay studio, and spectacular views of the harbor and the downtown streetscape make members, staff, and the visiting public delighted with the move. On the onset of the COVID-19 crisis and the lockdown that accompanied it, it was the start of a tough time for many arts organizations and for craftspeople depending on tourist and holiday markets for their living. Executive Director Rowena House is quick to point out, with challenges come opportunities. Rowena and the Craft Council were asked to join the Task Force Newfoundland, charged by Eastern Health to source the equipment needed by health professions to fight COVID-19 in the province. The Craft Council willingly brought its resources to the table, using space and equipment at the Craft Council, the Anna Templeton Center for Craft Art and Design, and the Quidi Village Plantation, which is the craft incubator that is operated in St. John's, and other centers around the province. The Craft Council was able to organize some 235 makers with sewing skills to make medically approved masks and gowns for hospital use. Production went on for more than 12 months and reached a total payout for those sewing of $1.2 million. The administrative fee for this work enabled the Craft Council itself to weather the COVID virus storm. Communications with membership was critical during the lockdown months. Regular virtual coffee breaks kept isolated craftspeople in touch with others who were enduring similar difficulties. Weekly Zoom meetings with at-home plantation artisans enabled them to continue to set and accomplish goals. Online shop sales and virtual gallery exhibitions and tours meant Craft Council service commitments continued to be met. Support to members was top of mind for staff and board. The membership fee was cut to $20 as the organization understood that many participants in the craft industry were struggling. The Craft Council upgraded its digital presence and membership workshops, were held using virtual meeting platforms. Information regarding government assistance programs was distributed, and the Craft Council continued to play its ongoing role in speaking for the craft industry and encouraging financial support for working craftspersons. Despite its age, and perhaps because of it, the Craft Council of Newfoundland and Labrador was able to move quickly and turn the challenges of recent years into new opportunities for itself and its members. Focal points for the Craft Council in recent years have included supporting the emerging craft professionals through the Quidi Vidi Plantation, a craft incubator that provides new makers with business skills and networks, and also studio space in Quidi Vidi Village, to the organization of the Northern Lights Annual Festival based in Ottawa, and other cultural showcases in Labrador, Nunavut, and Nunavik. Another new endeavor is Craft at Risk, undertaken in partnership with Heritage Newfoundland and Labrador, which identifies and supports traditional craft skills which are in danger of disappearing. The Craft Council has worked intensively to build partnerships to move the craft industry in Newfoundland and Labrador forward. Alliances have been built with 3 levels of government: the Anna Templeton Center, the College of the North Atlantic, with the Craft and Apparel Design Program, Craft Alliance Atlantic, and Heritage Newfoundland and Labrador, just to name a few. Relationships with provincial and federal government have always been healthy, and recent strengthening partnerships with Indigenous and heritage organizations have led to new opportunities. Over its remarkable 50-year history, the Craft Council has weathered many changes. With dedicated staff and the tireless work of many volunteers, the organization has found new and exciting ways to promote the work of fine craft makers throughout the province, while providing opportunities for craftspeople to develop their skills, products, and markets. The growth of the craft industry and its contribution to the provincial economy is proof of the ability of the Craft Council to deliver results. The Craft Council of Newfoundland and Labrador supports the hard work of craftspeople every day, and they will continue to do so for many years to come. So please join me in congratulating the Craft Council of Newfoundland as our 2022 Industry Leader and Supporter Award. And I believe that Rowena is with us today, and maybe Joan. Is Joan with us?
Oh, hello there. We're in Cape Breton with everyone else here. Yay! I want to thank everyone for the nomination. We have an awesome nominating committee, and of course, we have a really awesome staff and board of directors that really help us with all the things that we take on annually. And without their support, we wouldn't be anywhere, really. So this is not the Craft Council's award. This is our staff's award and our board of directors. So thanks for putting us on that platform with everyone else for a deserving award for our staff.
Great. Thank you very much, Rowena. And thanks to you. Are all your staff with you in Cape Breton today?
No, I have Shannon and Erica with me, and Lori's joining us for lunch. Oh,
Great. Good to see everyone. Rowena's doing a little tour of Nova Scotia this week, and we'll be visiting with her on Wednesday here in Halifax. So thanks very much, everyone, and congratulations. So our next award of the afternoon is Excellence in Product Design. This award recognizes a company who has consistently demonstrated outstanding quality and creativity in the design of their products. This year's honoree is Blooming Wild Botanicals from Belleville, New Brunswick. Blooming Wild is a unique and creative business based in the small rural community of Belleville, New Brunswick. Founded by Ryan and Charlotte Walker, husband and wife homesteaders with a passion for natural living. Blooming Wild reflects their appreciation of the natural world and a desire to share that passion with everyone. Since establishing their business, they have nimbly responded to customer desires by setting new trends to promote healthy and sustainable skincare products. All their products are created with Canadian botanicals, with most born in their homestead, which they tend themselves. They have constantly worked on excelling their line of products, which are backed with a lot of research and expanding their reach in new markets. Blooming Wild openly seeks advice and feedback and sets new market trends, responding quickly and thoughtfully to customers' desires, needs, and ever-changing tastes. Blooming Wild has a keen way of appealing with a broad scope of unique product offerings and constantly competing with skincare products widely available in the market. They have managed in creating a niche product for themselves by educating consumers about great Canadian botanicals. Blooming Wild's designs are well thought through, considering functionality, sustainability, and uniqueness. Their product launches are promoted widely through social media with stories and benefits of Canadian botanicals, educating customers with what their products are made of. They pay attention to detail on packaging and the quality of products when designing a new product. From inception, Blooming Wild has always aimed to set the standard in terms of product quality. All their products are 100% natural. They use no artificial scents, colors, or preservatives. Nothing that doesn't come out of the earth. Many of their botanicals are grown locally on their solar-powered farm. Essential oils provide natural scent, plant-based colorants in shades that are inspired by and derived from the Canadian forest, gardens, and meadows, give their soaps their beauty. Botanical colors are a challenge to work with in soap making. Greens and reds often turn brown during spawnification process. The development of their color palette in particular was very challenging. At Blooming Wild, their approach towards scent is more in line with a perfumer. Most of their products, soaps included, tend to have at least 3 essential oils for scent, and sometimes often more. Scent profiles are created using techniques from the perfume industry, using natural pairings, ensuring compatibility, and then they are matched. Blooming Wild products are extremely Canadian. They are based on things like things we find in Canada: pine trees, juniper berries, and wild roses, calendula, yarrow, and mint. The botanicals are made carefully by hand and are a tribute to our great country. Though Blooming Wild does stay on top of industry trends and trends in general, they are not bound by them, unless it matches their core values. Is it Canadian? Can we do it naturally? Does it align with our products? What are the ethical and philosophical considerations? And do we like it? If everything checks out, they are not adverse to integrating the currently popular trends into their product offerings, but only if it's right and only if it fits with their brand. Dream Beam, a recent product introduction, is made with fine oils, botanical extracts, and featuring blue tansy. Dream Beam is a luxurious bath and body elixir that showcases many aspects of Blooming Wild's unique process. Their intent with the elixir was to create a top shelf signature product, something that celebrates our commitment to high-end natural ingredients, elegant packaging, and sustainable luxury. Something that feels special to use. From the bottle to the color to the scent to the old-fashioned cork, they have made it a reality. The production of Dream Beam takes over a year to produce, primarily due to the fact that they grow, dry, and create infusions and extracts using many of the botanical ingredients that go into it. This labor-intensive process starts in the fall and involves planting, pruning, weeding, watering, mulching, transplanting, and the whole process. The result of this is a sustainable, growing supply of the relevant ingredients. For Dream Beam, this includes rose hips, rose petals, yarrow, and calendula. Dream Beam has now been picked up by a major Canadian retailer, and their products have also been featured on the Maison Simons Fabrique 1840 online platform, which is based in Montreal. Their products are also available online, and they are working with Faire.com to develop North American wholesale accounts. So please join me in welcoming and congratulating our 2022 honoree for excellence in product design, Blooming Wild Botanicals. And I believe we have Charlotte is with us today, I think. Hi, Charlotte.
Hi, Bernie. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Thank you so much. We're absolutely thrilled and honored to receive this award. Comes as a big surprise, a wonderful spring Easter gift. So thank you. And a big hello from our busy farm. We're just starting the whole season all over again. So we're feeling very vibrant and excited to get back outside in, our beloved environment that we love so much here. We actually launched Blooming Wild at Craft East in 2020. So we really didn't see what was coming over the next 2 years. It's been a crazy, crazy 2 years. And we've learned a lot about pivoting, shifting, changing, bucking trends. Like nothing is what we were taught it would be like to run a business. And we couldn't have done it without the support of Craft Alliance and Craft NB. You guys have been huge in our growth, as has the entire community. We've never felt so included before and so inspired. Talent and we're in awe of everybody, and we feel very lucky to have this community around us. It's really helped us through some very challenging times this past few years. So thank you very, very much.
And I would just say that your farm is actually, though you launched your business, it's taken you quite a long time to get that business because you've been planting and growing and building for quite a long time.
Absolutely. It's kind of been a lifelong passion of mine. But I only really got the courage to bring Blooming Wild to the world 2 years ago. But we've been developing it, studying and learning and training on all aspects of the business for decades, really. And we've lived in New Brunswick now for 9 years. So that was basically when our journey and our love of Atlantic Canada began.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. And we look forward to seeing what Blooming Wild can do in the future.
Thank you.
So thank you very much, everyone, and congratulations to all our honorees. We'd just like to say that an event like this is not possible and process without the work of a lot of people, our staff at Craft Alliance Atlantic and our board of directors. We'd also like to thank all our craft and government partners for their continued support. It's been a really challenging time over the last 2 years, and we had a substantially more difficult time this past winter with all the stops and starts in October, November, December. We were planning for a very big January, February, March with trade shows in Halifax, Toronto, and New York, and they have all were subsequently canceled. So we're moving forward, and our virtual marketplace is doing extremely well, as I mentioned before. And I just would like to thank everyone for all their effort and to all the nominees. This year we had a great selection of nominees, and it was a very difficult process in making a final decision as to who the award winners would be. So we thank everyone for that. And that's it for our program. So thank you very much for joining us. And we look forward to next year, and we hope that in 2023 that we will be able to do our presentation in person at the Craft East Buyers Expo in Halifax. So thank you all very much, everyone, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.